We've all been there, standing in the kitchen late at night, pantry's bare, except for a half-empty bag of flour. But wait, what's that in the corner? Bag of sawdust left over from a weekend project. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sawdust bread? Hear me out. The idea struck me as I was researching historical food practices. Did you know, in times of scarcity, people added sawdust to stretch their flour supply? It's true, they called it wood flour. Of course, they didn't have the luxury of supermarkets. Me, I'm just a curious cook. First things first, I needed sawdust. Not just any sawdust, mind you. I wanted clean, untreated wood. Pine? No way, too resinous. Oak? Too dense. Finally, I settled on maple, sweet, light, and readily available. I gathered the sawdust from my workshop, making sure it was free of debris. Next up, the other ingredients. Flour, yeast, water, a pinch of salt, the usual suspects. But here's the twist. I decided to add a tablespoon of maple syrup, to complement the maple sawdust, plus a little sweetness never hurt anyone. Now, the moment of truth. I combined the sawdust, flour, yeast, and salt in a bowl. Then I slowly added the water, mixing until I had a sticky dough. It looked different. Not your typical bread dough, more like a thick, grainy paste. I kneaded it for a good 10 minutes, hoping to develop some gluten. Fat chance. Into a greased loaf pan it went. I let it rise for an hour, but it didn't budge much. No surprise there. Into the oven it went at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. The aroma that filled my kitchen was interesting. Earthy, woody, with a hint of maple. Not unpleasant, but definitely unique. After an hour, the moment of truth, I pulled out the loaf. It was dense, heavy, and decidedly brown, more like a brick than a loaf of bread. I let it cool slightly, then sliced it open. The inside was moist but crumbly. The taste, well, let's just say it was an acquired taste. Very earthy with a slightly sweet aftertaste. Would I call it delicious? Not really. Edible? Debatable. But you know what? It was an adventure, and isn't that what cooking is all about? Pushing boundaries, trying new things, and just sometimes, failing miserably. But hey, even a failed experiment can be a learning experience, and who knows, maybe one day, sawdust bread will be all the rage. Don't say I didn't warn you. If you enjoyed this experiment, please like and subscribe for more culinary adventures.